So I was thinking about it, and it's like sometimes seeing different dimensional realities is like seeing different spectrums of light. Like sometimes I really do feel like I have shrimp vision, bro, and I'm just like perceiving the world through strata. Oh my god. I understand why people want to eat me so bad now. It's so pink and delicious, bro. Look at my spine, the spine of it all. Look, default posture, chat. Things are heavy. I like low key want to just like get a full time servitor on duty just to hold these bad boys up. It could be a bra, but no, it's like mentally. I think I have to create a construct so that I can like survive. You know? Oh my god! Look how my back is like. Look, fascial release. My back's like. ah. I know I probably need to get them like resized because it's been forever. Um, and that's probably my biggest problem right now. Cause I've lost like so much weight and I've been on such a fucking journey and my boobs have like oh my god, they're almost like weather balloons, bro. Like it's like are you fucking seeing this? Are you feeling this? Yeah, I'm feeling it, Daddy. Shut up. Oh my god. Especially since I'm like less broad in general now. Oh my god. It's either just kind of releasing in layers, man. This is not talked enough. There's such like a weird like sexism in medicine where it's like do people even like think about this when they're like talking about posture work? I've never seen someone be like, "Oh, and if you have huge boobs, this is what you should do with them when you're like training your back or like doing exercises," because it's like a whole other thing to consider. And that's why Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is probably one of the best shows in the world because she like really hit it the nail on the head with heavy boobs, bro. It's like outside of the jokes about running and going downstairs, it's like nah, bro. Ugh. Like literally, it's like there's I like from the way that the I don't know if you can fully see it because I'm holding my phone. You already know where I am, but like this is like involuntary movement from just supporting the weight of my chest, and I am a Reiki practitioner, and the body gives you its own like somatic medicine. Let me show it for a second though. So fascial release is 90 seconds, basically. Your muscles, they have a history. When they pull into that history, typically it's 90 seconds. Where it moves into that. And the body does that from a space of physiological safety. And a lot of these like somatic workers, they give you some really good tips on how to like start that work. But when you have to like really factor in your individual body and individual experiences, physiological safety can be something completely different for you. Right? Like I remember my therapist, she wanted me to start by like supporting my neck, right? Apparently this kind of oh now it works. it kind of puts you into like this safer feeling. But because of like the traumas and experiences I had had at that point, it made me tense. And then at that point, I had like a panic attack, right? And it's not that it isn't well guided. There's like vagal nerve stuff, right? But you really have to factor in your personal history when you're doing trauma work, right? I always think of this like Tumblr post, and they're like, someone made fun of me when I said that my trigger was pancakes, right? And what they don't realize is that I was like had like a traumatic experience, where I was like within an inch of losing my life, and it was because I made the pancakes wrong way, right? And so the types of things that might make your body brace can be so fucking unique and different. And so to get it to unbrace and to kind of fall into natural posture, you might find lifting your girls to the gods is something that does that. There's also this energy with like a feminine chest that like there's knots in it. There's a lot of fascia in the breast. And it can get really dense. And the chest is our heart chakra. And we hold a lot of grief in the breast. And that's why you gotta be nice to big booby ladies, because you know they've been through a lot. There was this lady on Twitch, and her channel was just her laying down and crying, and her boobs were enormous. And her emotes looked like a sideways letter P, bro. It was crazy. But there's something I say without judgment because I was in there. She didn't even talk, man. She was Japanese. But like, yeah, oh, am I exposing? Ooh, I gotta put a sticker over that. But there's like parts of the human body that we've kind of regulated to being sexual, that when we kind of live in a purity culture, we then neglect our health around them. You should be massaging your chest on a regular basis. Like if you've never done it before, you might want to start with like just very gentle touch. And then that comes back to that trauma thing, right? A gentle touch on your chest might be more traumatic than you really just digging in there. And that's kind of antithetical to like what most people would say about fascial release. But for me, the more firm experiences feel a lot better, and I have a lot more release when it comes to certain parts of my body that might have been touched roughly by others, right? And again, random parts of the fucking body. Me, I always prefer firm, dull impact, right? Um, and then it like goes back to the place where there's a lot of like fascial release and trauma and somatic work in a dungeon space. And ooh baby, I'm missing it more and more. It gets me thinking. It gets me thinking, guys. Just let me get to the logical conclusion of this thought by myself. Don't crack the egg. I know. Someone was like, "Where's your sight?" Deep breaths, Chad. There's a process and we're following